I decided to go to the Antarctica, and it was certainly a life-changing experience. The expectation that you have about this place and what you experienced once you were there, I think it's very different, and I think it would be different for anyone. The reason why I went to this expedition in the Antarctica is related with the previous work that I've been doing in 2011. During this time, I got in touch with a friend of mine that was there at this university, Stanford University, a colleague, the musician called Victor Gama, and we will work together in the same kind of area, which was, about interaction with musical instruments and with computers. And he was commissioned to produce a piece of music and video and audio by the Chicago Symphony Orchestra in the United States. And this commission implied creating a new piece of music that was related somehow with the Antarctica. So Victor decided that the best way to get content, material to use in this piece was to actually travel to the Antarctica. He also decided to invite me to go with him to capture images and sounds from the Antarctica. Initially, I imagined, like I think everyone else does, that the Antarctica would be this white desert where it's extremely cold, which it is, and it's snow everywhere, and you don't have almost any life around you, and all you have is this isolation from your senses. My biggest surprise was to find out that I actually landed in a place that is the exact opposite of what people imagine. In fact, you do have a very lively environment. You have very intense colors. You can see, for instance, here the color of the blue of these icebergs. They're extremely bright, almost unnatural. It's the kind of color that you don't expect to see in nature. So the colors are extremely bright, especially because at the time of the year that I went there, it's 24 hours daylight. There's no night. So the environment, the light and the landscape is really incredible. But on the other hand, it's also not quiet at all. There's a lot of sounds. We're going to visit the penguin colonies. It's a very loud sound of the penguins and the icebergs splashing in the water. So it's a place that is also very lively in terms of sound. And also the smell. You don't expect that to have intense smells, and you do have. It's just all this nature around you. All these animals that you do not expect to see, it's really very surprising. When you get to a place like this after traveling on the ocean for 1 day and a half in very harsh conditions, just unexpected and almost unreal. So we ended up being able to capture a lot more images and a lot more sounds than we ever imagined. So this is also a result of some of these materials that we get a lot of photographs. And at the end, I decided to publish as a book and also as a photography exhibition. I still think that there's no image printed or in video that can replace the reality of being in a certain place. So being there and experiencing this place yourself is a very unique opportunity that I had. And it certainly was a fantastic experience.